Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. In today's video we're going to be going over the short 2-minute Season 1 cinematic that Treyarch released today. Logging into the COD companion app will net you a neat little reward and some details about the attachments and how they affect salvage and equipment drop rates in zombies. Starting off, we're going to be going over the Season 1 cinematic. The cinematic opens up to a CIA safe house being stormed by Stitch and a few of his buds. They quickly dispose of the few CIA operatives inside. Shortly after, we see why Stitch wanted to do this. He wanted to see how much the CIA and Adler knew about him in Nova 6. Stitch also mentions that Adler himself is a piece of this puzzle. Stitch pulls off a picture of Rebirth Island, the upcoming Warzone map, and we dive into a short flashback about some history pertaining to Stitch, Rebirth Island, Stitch's production of Nova 6 on the island, and Adler. After a little torture, we jump back to the present time and see that Adler and company have arrived at the safe house to discover Stitch's bait. A note with "time we end this" written on it and a picture of a mall. We then get a quick teaser showing the mall map coming this season. Adler and gang storm the mall, discovering that Stitch is producing Nova 6 again.
What the hell? He's manufacturing Nova 6 again.
Stitch's team quickly surrounds Adler and company. Stitch, like a complete badass, walks out of an elevator holding what looks to be a semi-auto shotgun with a drum mag, kind of like the Striker from Modern Warfare 3. Could this be a potential upcoming weapon? Treyarch has confirmed that more guns are coming to Cold War, and this looks like it could be one of them. Stitch then instructs his team to kill everybody except Adler, who he wants for himself. After this, the video comes to a quick close, showing a close-up of Stitch and the upcoming season on December 16th. It'll be amazing to see if there are any hidden pieces of information pertaining to zombies in this cinematic. We already know that they have more modes and maps planned. Maybe the zombies community could dig up some information that I have missed. Real quick, before we get into the details of the attachments and how they affect drop rates, anyone who logs into the Call of Duty companion app once a week will get a reward. Currently, you don't have to do anything other than download and open the app to receive your reward. It is unknown to us right now whether or not the reward will be the same each week. In this screenshot, we can see that the last week's reward was 30 minutes of double weapon XP. Each week resets every Monday at 12 AM PST. I really wish they would change how the timer of these tokens work. Currently, if you activate a token, it counts down in real time, meaning you can waste a portion of your token trying to load the global leaderboards, leading to your game crashing and needing to restart. Myself and I assume most of the community would like Treyarch to change them to only count down inside of a match. Are you like me and have been really enjoying the grind towards Dark Aether, but also wonder how some of the attachments affect your gameplay? Treyarch has done a really amazing job integrating zombies into the progression systems inside of Cold War. They've also done a really good job at detailing how each attachment affects the performance of your weapon during multiplayer. However, they aren't very clear about the percentages for some of the body and muzzle attachments in zombies. These attachments affect the drop rates of salvage, both green and blue, and all of the equipment drop rates respectively. Until about a week ago, we didn't have any numbers about how exactly the drop rates were affected, thanks to Reddit user Matthew106, who spent a portion of their life that they won't get back grinding out rounds and punching numbers into multiple spreadsheets. We now have rough data on these attachments. Before we dive into this data, as a reminder, this info isn't data mined, and Matthew106's data was self-gathered in-game. First, we'll cover the body attachments, and then the muzzle attachments afterwards. Using these three body attachments, the mounted flashlight, the Tiger Team Spotlight, and the Ember Sighting Point for 20 sets, with each set consisting of 10 rounds, Matthew106 found some interesting data. On average, the mounted flashlight has a 7.5% increase to green salvage drop rates and little to no percent change to blue salvage drop rates. The mounted flashlight is unlocked pretty early. It is a good all-around attachment with no downsides. The Tiger Team Spotlight has a 12.5 to 15% increase to green salvage drop rates, and just like the mounted flashlight, also has little to no percent change to blue salvage drop rates. The Tiger Team Spotlight provides a slight bump over the mounted flashlight, making it a good upgrade. The Ember Sighting Point has an increase of 15% to green salvage and a 5 to 7.5% increase to blue salvage. The Ember Sighting Point seems to be the only one to provide an increase to blue salvage drop rates, and it also provides an increase to hip fire accuracy at the inconsequential cost of sprint to fire and ADS times. If you're enjoying the information in this video so far, please leave a quick like, and if you're feeling cute, maybe click that sub button. Another quick reminder before moving on to the muzzle and suppressor attachments, that these numbers aren't theoretical and your drop rates may vary. Starting off with some vital information, none of these attachments increase the drop chance of any one specific piece of equipment. For example, equipping the flash guard won't increase the chance of a Molotov dropping, but will increase the chance of every piece of equipment to drop. After picking up 1,632 pieces of equipment, Matthew106 found that these attachments provide a significant increase to the amount of equipment that you can expect to drop. Starting off with the flash guard, you can expect to see roughly an 80% increase, the suppressor a 70% increase, the SOCOM eliminator a 100% increase, and the agency suppressor a 95% increase. Along with these general increases of equipment drop rates, Matthew 106 also provided some more specific percentages. Common equipment, including Simtex, tomahawks, grenades, and stuns, drop 16.77% more often. Uncommon equipment, like C4, decoys, and stims, drop 7.96% more often. Rare equipment, such as Molotovs and armor vests, drop 3.89% more often. And lastly, monkey bombs and self-revives, being the most rare, have an increase of 0.6% chance to drop. Once again, huge shout out to Matthew 106 on Reddit for investing the time to provide the community with this super helpful information. I'll be sure to leave links to Matthew 106's Reddit posts in the description and pin them in the comments below. At the end of the Reddit post, they also mentioned that they wanted to eventually test the drop rates of crystals in the Aether. These crystals can drop anything from ammo and essence to a ray gun or perk. It'll be very interesting to see that data. Expect a video on it in the future. Alright everybody, that has been it for this video. If you like the video, and leave a comment down below telling me which weapons you would like to see introduced into Cold War in the future. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye.